What is up, my fellow gun dogs? Good evening, good morning. It's actually morning. It's 4:24 a.m. September 1st, 2020. I lost my job like about a month ago. I mean, not my I mean, it's not a huge deal, but would have been a great opportunity to start streaming more, creating more content for you guys, but I've been having issues with my internet. I can still stream to Twitch through the Xbox. I don't know. Long story short, that's not what we're going to be covering today. Today, I thought I'd read for you a book. The book is called Higglety Higglety Pigglety Pop. There must be more to life by Maurice Sendak. And he wrote, of course, Where the Wild Things Are and illustrated that. And I ordered this before I lost my job, and I don't know, again, I spent like 3 weeks just kind of like laying low, doing nothing, kind of taking the time off. But doing nothing just seemed worth mentioning because as I laid there some days, or laid there, laid in my bed, I just started thinking, well, what do I want to be doing? I mean, it's not just laying in bed all day. I don't want to do that. But we also live in this, this, right now we're still in the COVID thing. And it just started to made me like lay in bed awake and think about life. And that next morning, after I had such this epiphany, this actually did come into the mail. And I've never read it, and I can tell you the background in a bit, but I think we're just going to get right into it. I don't think it's going to be a long read, so. And I'll do my best to show you the illustrations here. I know that it's named after his dog. Alright, I'm right by the mic for the page turning, so there's your page turning asthma. It's dedicated to Jenny. Okay, here Jenny is sitting by the window. Once Jenny had everything. She slept on a round pillow upstairs and a square pillow downstairs. She had her own comb and brush, 2 different bottles of pills, eye drops, ear drops, a thermometer, and for cold weather, a red wool sweater. There were 2 windows for her to look out of and 2 bowls for her to eat from. She even had a master who loved her. But Jenny didn't care. In the middle of the night, she packed everything in a black leather bag with gold buckles and looked out to her favorite window for the last time. "You have everything," said the potted plant. Should we be doing voices? "Well, you have everything," said the potted plant, that happened to be looking out the same window. Jenny nibbled a leaf. "You have 2 windows," said the plant. "I only have 1. There she is. They're getting ready to go. Jenny sighed and bit off another leaf. The plant continued. 2 pillows, 2 bowls, a red sweater, eye drops, ear drops, 2 different bottles of pills, a thermometer, and even he loves you. And he even loves you." "This is true," said Jenny, chewing more leaves. "You have everything," repeated the plant. I don't think I'm not on ethnic stereotype. No. My plant, you don't know where he's from. Anyway, Jenny only nodded, her mouth full of leaves. "Then why are you leaving?" "Because," said Jenny. I guess that's Jenny's voice now. Snapping off the stem and blossom. "I'm discontented. I want something I do not have. There must be more to life than having everything." I'm engaged. The plant had nothing to say. It had nothing left to say it with. Chapter 2, here we go. Look, there's little piggy. On the sign it says like free sandwiches, take. Looking for something different? Wanted. Leading lady for the World Mother Goose Theater. Plenty to eat. Anyway. So, Jenny took everything and went out into the world. On the corner, she met a small pig wearing large sandwich boards. He smiled and pointed to a box attached to the front of the front board, on which was printed, "Free sandwiches, please take." Jenny chose a tuna on rye and gobbled it as she read the advertisement on the board. It said, "Looking for something different?" "Yes," Jenny shouted, reaching for a ham, Swiss cheese, and Russian dressing on pumpernickel. She continued to read, "Wanted, leading lady for the World Mother Goose Theater. Plenty to eat." The pig turned around. "If you have experience, call extension 1212. As loud as she could, Jenny called, "Extension 1212!" It's cute. It's cute. The pig turned again. The pig turned around again. You called? Yes. I want to be in the leading lady for the World Mother Goose Theater. She took an anchovy, tomato, and egg on toast. It's like the third sandwich. I love the variety of these sandwiches. I'm a little hungry. Well, I'm happy to hear it, said the pig. Have you... I have everything, interrupted Ginny, wiping egg off her beard and pointing to the black leather bag with gold buckles. Experience too? Ginny sniffed a liverwurst and onion on white bread. Never heard of it, in regards to experience. Interesting. The small pig shook his head sadly. To be leading lady of the World Mother Goose Theater, you must have experience. Well, how much time do I have to get it? Asked Ginny, carefully picking the lettuce out of a turkey, bacon, and mayonnaise sandwich. It's killing me. By the first night of the full moon, they both looked up at the sky. The moon was nearly full. Ooh. I'll never make it, said Ginny. If you do, said the small pig, don't call us. We'll call you. And he vanished so quickly, Ginny just had time to snatch the last sandwich. It was salami, her favorite. I wonder if the pig turned into the sandwich, right? Chapter 3. And here we have a cat in what looks like a little, wagon pulled horse. I guess when Red Dead Redemption, here we are. It was a drawn... God, I'm trying to read this. It's the first time I've read it. So, it was dawn, and a horse pulling a milk wagon clip-clopped down the pale street. The milkman stopped to offer Ginny a ride. He stared at her black leather bag with gold buckles and said, "You must be going to a very specific place." "Of course," said Ginny, licking her paw. "The most terrific place on my route is the big white house outside of town." Ginny yawned. "That's just where I'm going." "I thought so," said the milkman, pleased with himself. The milkman laughed and winked slyly. "I've even guessed that you're new nurse for baby." I said that right, I'm not sure where to go. "You are sharp," said Ginny, wagging her tail. "But can you guess what it's like to miss breakfast?" "Well, help yourself," said the milkman. Ginny thanked him and climbed into the back of the wagon. She stuck her nose into a raspberry yogurt, and before the wagon reached the corner, she had swallowed the whole farmer cheese and licked a pint bottle of milk clean. We got her trade in the truck here, getting down with the foods. You're the seventh nurse baby had," said the milkman. "All the others failed." Ginny sucked the inside of a half-dozen brown eggs. "How'd they fail?" "They couldn't make the baby eat." "Imagine not wanting to eat," murmured Ginny, sampling skimmed milk. "What happened to the other 6 nurses?" "They just disappeared. Some say," the milkman whispered, "they were fed to the lion locked up in the cellar of the big white house. How do you like that?" "Awful!" coughed Ginny, and she deliberately knocked over a bottle of skim milk. "I won't, Phil. I'll make the baby eat." "That will be an experience," milkman shouted. "How wonderful," sighed Ginny. She sighed, it'd be more like, "How wonderful," sighed Ginny, as she licked a stick of butter. "That's just what I need." They came to the edge of town, and the road turned bumpy. The wagon creaked, the bottles clinked, and over a hill, past some trees, the big white house appeared. Ginny took her black leather bag with gold buckles, jumped down, and said, "Thank you very much." "You're welcome," said the milkman. "And I wish you luck with the baby." With baby. Baby. It doesn't say the baby. It says with baby. So I wonder if baby is a name of not a baby. "I wish you luck with your future deliveries," answered Ginny, and she ran up the front door and pulled the bell. The milkman had nothing to say. There was nothing left to deliver. You see the milkman kind of driving off now. Chapter 4. The parlor maid opened the front door and said, "You must be baby's new nurse." I'm certainly not nurse new baby." "I'm certainly not nurse's new baby," snapped Ginny, proud of her quick repartee. "Follow me." I'm already messing up these voices. I've got like 2. I've got more than 2. She showed Ginny into the fine-smelling room, the kitchen. The house has everything. This house has everything, said Ginny. The parlor maid shook her head. Everything but a good nurse for baby. She covered a tray and put it on one side. Baby's breakfast, she explained. Ginny fainted. Heavens! Cried the parlor maid. She promptly filled a pan with water and dumped it all over Ginny's head. Ginny was moaning. Pancakes. Buttermilk pancakes. The parlor maid frantically mixed some batter and put it in to fry. She popped the first pancake into Ginny's drooping mouth. What's the matter with you? Oh, the doctors call it a jumping stomach, she groaned. Any sugar? The parlor maid knocked boxes and jars onto the floor looking for sugar. Ginny pointed warily, top shelf. Over there, next to the syrup. Syrup's help too. The parlor maid fed Ginny the dripping pancakes. Jumping stomach sounds serious, she said. I'm using Ginny's voice now. Mopping her brow with sticky fingers. I hope it doesn't happen often. I never faint on the job. You don't have to worry. I'll make baby eat. Don't be too confident. You just get one chance, and if you fail, the downstairs lion will eat you up. That's an experience you won't soon forget. Oh my god, I was talking about that lion already. By the way, I had to turn off the fan in here because it was loud. I might start sweating, but that's okay. Little tears from my skin never hurt. Ginny's stomach really jumped. One experience is enough for me. Any coffee? The parlor maid put a pot of coffee on the stove. Ginny was licking syrup off her nose. Doesn't baby have a name? She used to, but everyone's forgotten what it was. Even her mother and father? Ginny asked. She sniffed. Coffee's ready. Of course not, laughed the parlor maid as she poured Ginny a cup. But they've been away ever so long. I must remember to ask them when they get back. This is back when you can just leave your children. And it's like, oh, that's fine. The 14th one, the other 13 didn't even make it. Ever so long. How long is ever so long? Who wants to bet? Comment below. Ginny lapped her coffee daintily. Where are they? Oh, said the parlor maid, waving her arm. At the castle yonder. Before Ginny could ask where that was, a bell rang. Baby calling, said the parlor maid, reaching for the breakfast tray. Follow me. She led Ginny down a long hallway, lit on either side by tall yellow windows. They looked buttery in the morning light. What's your name? Asked Ginny. Rhonda. May I ask what you have in your black leather bag with gold buckles? Everything. They were climbing a narrow staircase. Rhonda stopped to look when Ginny opened her bag. You do have everything. I have even more, Ginny said modestly. 2 windows that I left at home. I repeat, you do have everything. You can say that again. But before Rhonda could decide whether or not she would, they reached the nursery. I like that. I like that too. Baby, here is nurse. Rhonda uncovered the tray and put it on the table. No eat, said Baby. Man, do we need a special voice for Baby or what? Just go deep. No eat, said Baby. I feel like we're border Jamaican here. Ginny smelled orange juice, oatmeal, soft-boiled eggs, and vanilla pudding. Good luck, whispered Rhonda. And don't forget, only one chance. I'll make the most of it, said Ginny, nosing her way towards Baby's breakfast. Rhonda quietly closed the door behind her. Ginny sipped the orange juice. Yum, yum. No yum, shouted Baby. You needn't shout, Ginny choked, spilling orange juice all over her beard. I'm not deaf. Shout, shouted Baby. Ginny wiped her beard on the rug. If you do not eat, you will not grow. No eat, no grow. Shout. Oh my god. No eat, no grow. Someone is Jamaican here. Alright. Ginny sighed and neatly tapped the top of the soft-boiled egg. Baby want a bite? No bite. Okay, good, snapped Jamie. And then she gulped the egg, shell and all. Breakfast was disappearing into nurse. And suddenly Baby wanted some to eat, she said, pointing to the cereal. Ginny thanked Baby and gobbled up the oatmeal. No eat, Baby screamed. She caught a hold of Ginny's tail and bit hard. Ginny howled and twisted around. They sat staring at each other, growling, showing their teeth. My tail isn't for breakfast. Why didn't you just say you were hungry? Here's some vanilla pudding. Okay, here we got Baby over here. Baby looking hungry. Baby tried to get at it first, and it fell to the floor. Greedy, yapped Jenny as she pounced on the pudding. Baby rolled over at Jenny, and when they came right side up, the pudding was gone. Jenny whimpered, I failed my experience. I didn't mean to eat the pudding. I hate vanilla pudding. A terrible roar shook on the floor under her feet. Lion eat! Lion eat! Shouted Baby as she scrambled toward the bell-marked lion. Jenny scooped Baby up, dropped her into the black leather bag with gold buckles, and sat down to think. Baby was kicking and punching and yowling inside the bag. Jenny heard her bowl smash, the thermometer snap, the bellows rip. She chewed her paw, scratched her ear, and thought some more. Baby's hand reached out of the bag. Ooh, creepy. And the comb and brush went flying out the window. Oh, okay, and we do have a little illustration for that. I'm going to chunk that sheet out the window. Then Jenny remembered what Rhonda had told her. She sniffed around for a telephone book, looked up Castle Yonder. The extension was 1212. That sounds familiar, thought Jenny. A red wool sweater, partly unraveled, rolled out of the black leather bag. Jenny quickly dialed the number. A lady's voice answered, Hello there. Hello, this is Nurse, and I'd like to speak to Baby's mother. Speaking. Oh, I'm so glad you called. You see, we moved to Castle Yonder, and what with hustlin' and bustlin', we forgot our old address and phone number and didn't know how to get in touch. They forgot where they used to live and where their child... Oh, my God. Okay. Wait. I don't know hustling and bustling, said Jenny, but whoever they are, they made you forget Baby, too. I know, we miss her so much. Can you send her back to us right away? Eye drops, eardrops, 2 different bottles of pills went smash against the wall. Of course, Jenny said eagerly. She's already packed. I just have to put a stamp on and mail her. Oh, you mustn't do that. The postman never comes this way. Well, then how do I send her? By lion, said the lady. There's one in the cellar. He knows the way. Oh, good. Jenny shivered. Do you know the lion has eaten up 6 nurses? And I don't know how many babies. Tell him Baby's name, and he won't dare eat her. Well, what is Baby's name, and what about me? There was no answer. Hello? It was no use. The lady had hung up. Jenny left a note for Rhonda. It said, I am personally taking Baby to the Castle Yonder myself. Someone will give me a lift. Sincerely yours, Nurse Jenny. P.S. I can't send her by line. You'd simply eat her up along the way. Jenny picked up her black leather bag with gold buckles, with Baby sleeping inside, and stepped lightly down the long hallway. The butter yellow windows had darkened to bean soup black. All this food. And she turned left instead of right. Jenny had started down the wrong staircase. Down she went down some more, and the steps were narrow and slippery, and never seemed to end. There was no sound but Baby snoring inside the black leather bag. The snore grew to a growl. Quiet in there. Lion, eat, mumbled Baby in her sleep. Then the growling turned to yowling, and Jenny was about to shake Baby up when she bumped her nose. The staircase had come to an end at a wooden door. It creaked open, and the lion roared, Another nurse, and a fat one, too. Yes, this nurse likes to eat, for sure. Jenny whimpered, I can only stay a minute. Fine, that's all I need to eat a fat little dog. You must take Baby to Castle Yonder, Jenny yelled. Her mother said so. She pushed the black leather bag and inched toward him and wagged her tail hopefully. The lion sniffed the bag, closed his eyes, and sniffed again. Ah, Baby. I haven't eaten a baby in such a long time. Been there. Jenny's tail stiffened. You're supposed to eat nurses, she snapped. And I'm a nurse, and I wouldn't make Baby eat. The lion laughed. Well, if Baby won't eat, I'll eat Baby. I mean, this is all making sense to me, man. Oh, wait, do we have another illustration? We see the lion for the first time. Look at those eyes. Fairly expressive. Or it seems like it to me, at least. Anyway. We are not sponsored by Knob Creek. Besides, he snarled, I really couldn't stomach another nurse as he crept closer to the bag. You can't eat, Baby. I'll tell you her name. The lion turned slowly, his eyes narrowed, spiteful and waiting. Ginny twisted around frantically and gnawed her tail. "It's Mona!" she cried. The lion sneered and began unbuckling the gold buckles with his teeth. Ginny ran circles, yapping, "Anna, Pearl, Natalie, Barbara." The lion grunted with pleasure, lifted the top of the bag, and opened his mouth wide. Baby woke up, looked up, and flopped backward onto the stone floor. "No, eat!" she screamed. Ginny tore open the black leather bag and thrust it under the lion's nose. "Here, take everything, but don't eat baby." Man, baby. A lot of eating going on. A whole lot of eating going on. Okay. The lion sniffed. "Broken bowl." Oh, wait, we almost missed a page here. Looks like two stuck together. Oh, I guess not. Okay. The lion sniffed. "Broken bowls, half a thermometer, torn pillows. There's nothing you can do. You can keep it. There is nothing, and you can keep it." He stretched, reeking his jaws over baby. There was only one thing left to do. Ginny sighed and stuck her head into the lion's mouth. "Please eat me. I need the experience anyway. Otherwise, the World Mother Goose Theater might never..." The lion's jaws snapped shut so fast, Ginny barely had time to pull her head out. The tip of her beard remained inside and never grew back again. "Would you say that again?" asked the lion. Ginny was happy to oblige, now that his dreadful mouth was shut. The next instant, the lion bent his shaggy head and picked up the baby by her nightdress. "What are you doing?" barked Ginny. The lion stepped over her, with the baby dangling from his jaws. Ginny nipped helplessly at his heels. "Where are you taking her?" The lion pressed his paw against one wall. A hidden door sprang open. For a moment, he crouched silently, then leapt high into the night. "Wait! Don't eat baby!" cried Ginny. There was no answer. Ginny looked at the sky. Stars were shining. The moon was full. Chapter 7 here. Now Ginny had nothing. There were no pillows to sleep on, no bowls to eat from. There was nowhere to sleep and nothing to eat. She wandered out into the night, dragging her black leather bag with gold buckles. The wind blew cold, and Ginny sneezed. But there was no thermometer to check her temperature, no red wool sweater to cover herself along the way. There was no way to go. Ginny's beard was tangled, her coat was in knots, and the comb and brush were lost. Her eye drops, eardrops, and 2 different bottles of pills were split forever. She stretched out beneath an ash tree, her nose beneath her paws, and sighed. There must be more to life than having nothing. "That's just what I was thinking," groaned the ash tree. Ginny looked up. "I can't imagine why. You have everything." The ash tree moaned and sprinkled her with leaves. "You are taller than I am." 60 feet taller, to be exact," muttered the ash tree, shedding more leaves. "You have a place to live, a broad top, friends all around, and surely someone loves you." "Oh," fluttered the tree, "that is certainly true. I am the best known and most desirable ash anywhere." "You have everything," said Ginny, circling in the fallen leaves for a comfortable position. The ash tree nodded miserably, spilling the leaves like yellow tears. "Then why are you complaining?" asked Ginny, half buried by this time. "Because," wailed the ash, letting fall a great shower of leaves, "the winter is nearly here, and I am discontented. The birds are gone, my leaves are dead, and I'll soon have nothing but the empty frozen night." "Okay, we're getting a little dark now." Ginny had nothing to say. Leaves piled high around her, so she sighed and closed her eyes instead. Lions chased through Ginny's head. She caught one. She was just about to bite when voices softly called, "Ginny." She growled and dreamt some more. The lion said, "Please eat me up. There's nothing more to life." When again the voices called, she kicked her legs and tried once more. The lion's head was in her mouth and said, "Ginny." The night hummed, stars whirled in the full moon sky, and Ginny slowly shook away her leafy bed. "Who's there?" she gruffed. I'm just having dinner." "Ginny." Before her eyes, an open place appeared, sharply as in a dream. She saw 3 figures standing dark against the moon. They were clapping and calling her name. Ginny didn't move. She barked, and the echo scared her. She sniffed cautiously instead. A familiar smell set her tail spinning as she ran Lumping and skittering head over paws across the open place, Ginny jumps from one figure to the other, licking their faces and dancing around their feet. Rhonda, Pig, Milkman. You know, all of our characters up to this point. Except for, Hugh, obviously. She sniffed the free sandwich box attached to the small pig's board. It was empty. What are y'all doing here? We are actors in the World Mother Goose Theater, said Rhonda. The milkman bowed low. And we've come to welcome our new leading lady. Ginny sat up and begged, Me? You, they answered. Don't you remember, said the small pig? We promised to call you when you had your experience. And here they are. But I never did. I never fed baby, and the lion never ate me. You stuck your head in the lion's mouth, said someone from over the treetops. That was an experience. At the sound of this voice, Rhonda the pig and the mailman disappeared in the darkness. Ginny looked up and saw the moon coming closer and closer. It was nearly on top of her when she saw it wasn't the moon at all. It was a lady, round on top, middle and bottom, dressed in shabby white. Don't you remember me? The lady asked, stepping out of the night air. Ginny whimpered nervously. No, eat! The lady shouted. Baby, cried Ginny, flapping on her back. How big and fat you've grown. In the twinkling of an eye, she said, as she knelt and scratched Ginny's stomach, and here she is. No, eat. Baby, no eat, or no cry. You escaped from the lion. Thanks to you. You guessed my name just in time. Ginny shook her head. That isn't so. All I said was the World Mother Goose. There. You knew my name all the time. She was laughing. Ginny ran, yapping around in circles, scattered leaves. The leading lady. I'm the leading lady. Yes, Ginny. And I have chosen a very special play for you. One to suit your very particular appetite. At the mention of appetite, Ginny's nose twitched. You are the leading lady in our new production of... Here we go. Higglety Pigglety Pop. Higglety Pigglety Pop. How beautiful. I'm in it too, cried Rhonda, who appeared suddenly in a captivating costume. And me, said the small pig, who was wearing a top hat and a pince nez on his snout. I do not know what that is. And me, said the milkman, sporting a very gaudy uniform. And me, roared the lion, pouncing from behind a tree, wearing nothing at all. Oh my, I am sweating now. Not me, yelped Ginny, leaping into the lady's arms. You needn't worry, the lion grunted. Only the leading lady gets to eatin'. Higglety Pigglety Pop. Higglety Pigglety Pop. How beautiful. And Ginny sighed again. Chimes, sharp as twilight, sounded from somewhere deep in the forest, and it was time to begin. They all climbed up on the lion's back. To the castle yonder, the lady shouted, and the lion sprang forward. He ran so fast that the forest seemed to melt in moonshine and fade away altogether into starry night. But Ginny noticed nothing. She was too busy learning her part in Higglety Pigglety Pop. I mean, I do like the art. It's I don't know what style you call that. I am not the artist type. Well, I mean, it's not true at all, but I'm not familiar with this. With the name of this style, or if it's just Maurice Index, or who knows, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm ruining this. Here we go. Chapter 9. It was time to begin. The stage was finally set in the park of the castle yonder. Colored lanterns, brightly lit, were strung from branches, and while the lion showed the audience to their seats, a little orchestra played boisterous overture. Everyone had their own program. The lanterns were dimmed. The curtains slowly parted. The full moon shone down. It was time to begin. The World Mother Goose Theater presents a new production of Higglety Pigglety Pop, starring Miss Jenny as the dog, and cast of order appearances as the parlourmaid, the doctor, the lion tamer, played by the cat, and a lion. Scene, room, in a very terrific place. This is our... There we go. In case any of you want to pause on that. Mm-hmm. Higglety Pigglety. Wow. Alright, here we go. Higglety Pigglety. And then I guess he takes the broom, and she's like, the dog. Well, okay, I don't know where we're going. Story took a turn. The dog has eaten the mop. Higglety Pigglety Pop, the dog has eaten the mop. Just to run that rhyme by you again. The pig's in a hurry. The pig's in a hurry. Doctor comes in. He's like, curing her. Help, lion's loose. The cat's in a flurry. Higglety Pigglety Pop. Stop, clop, chop. The end. Okay, so, here we go. Okay. It's kind of like inverted for me, showing you left to right, and then just the boom, and then there, boom. Yeah, and again, Pigglety Pigglety Pop. Clap, clap, clap. The end. I guess they got wrong. They're getting rid of it. They're just like, stop, clap, clap, get rid of it. Weird play. Now Ginny has everything. She's the finest leading lady the world Mother Goose Theater ever had. Ginny's a star. She performs every day and twice on Saturday. She is content. Once Ginny sent her old master a letter. This is what it said. Hello. As you probably noticed, I went away forever. I'm very experienced now. I'm very famous. I'm even a star. Every day I eat a mop, twice on Saturday. It is made of salami, and that is my favorite. I get plenty to drink too, so don't worry. I can't tell you how to get to Castle Yonder because I don't know where it is. But if you ever come my way, look for me. Wow. Okay. I chose this book because Maurice Sendak, in an interview with Stephen Colbert on the Stephen Colbert Show, I'd seen this a long, long time ago. He had mentioned that this was his favorite book, and he went on to talk about how, like, the dog left the world to see what more was out there, and that he was just kind of like, he wasn't good at anything, and then he just dies. And that's what he said in the interview. And if you want to look this up, it turned out not being an actual part one or part two of the Colbert interview. I had to go to the Comedy Central website and find it was like an extra footage. And it's why I could never find it for years. I'd seen it once, and I never remembered that I had seen it as like an outtake or an additional clip. And anyway, I thought it would be an interesting book. I just liked the idea. There must be more to life. With so many of us like stuck at home, I suppose. I mean, I don't... Like, what's going to give you, purpose in your life? Is it... I lost my job, which kind of all it did was it just kind of broke up the structure of my days. I didn't hate my job, but it's like now I find myself up, 4 in the morning, 12 in the morning. I went to bed at 7 at night the other day, thinking I'd sleep through the night, and I woke up at midnight, and I was just up till, I think, like 9, and then, you go to bed at 9 in the morning, the rest of your day's screwed up, too. Anyway, I've been feeling a little more meditative, and I want to talk about certain issues, and I thought I would start with, reading that book. I don't know if you guys appreciated that or not. I stumbled a few times, but I don't know. Again, just hit me up, we'll try to do some more gaming stuff. I can make videos. I just can't stream right now until I think I just need external Wi-Fi. I don't know. Hey, thanks for joining me, guys. This was a good time. Hopefully I can get back to sleep now. It's like 5 in the morning. But stay safe out there. Much love, and I don't know, gun dog forever.